Hello, everyone. Well, it's another week or two has gone by, and um, I have bring you a very serious topic this night. Um, it's the alleged rape of Eugene Carroll. Eugene Carroll is accusing Donald Trump of raping her. And Eugene Carroll, they said it was a sexual assault, not a rape, but she characterized it as a rape. So she claims that he was having fun with her and being flirtatious with her, and then trapped her in a dressing room and shoved his finger into her vagina and that it's very disturbing. It's a very disturbing story, and she gave testimony today, I believe, and um, don't know if she's telling the truth. She can't remember the year it happened. She can't remember the season it happened, although she thinks it was in the spring, possibly. She can't remember the date it happened, and um, they've called her into to question whether it really happened since she can't remember. And she didn't write it in her diary because she reserves her diary for her journal for pleasant things and nice things, and she couldn't admit to herself that something heinous had happened to her. So she buried it and covered it up and didn't even go to the police. And now she regrets it because um, or so she claims that Trump raped her, and it's just a terrible story. It's just awful. And normally I would say believe the victim, don't doubt the victim, don't cast doubt on the victim, believe the victim. But it is true that a liberal mega donor donated to her lawyer team. They're paying her legal expenses, this liberal mega donor. And isn't it interesting she came out with this story before each election of possible election of Trump? Like, she came out in 2019 to tell this story about Trump, and he denied it then. And now that the election is coming back, she's coming back again to, and Biden's been accused of rape also. So either they're both rapists or somebody's lying. And um, Biden was willing to believe Trump when Trump said that there were people that were lying about him being a rapist, because he said that it happened to him too, that they don't know where these women came from. They came out of the woodwork, and they didn't know where they got these ideas from, and that was preposterous, and that was just politically motivated. So there's that side of the story, that it may be a liberal mega donor is politically motivated to not have Trump get reelected as president, and to prevent him from getting reelected as president, they made up this rape story. That's not what I'm saying it is. That's what they're saying it is. That's Trump's legal defense, is saying that it may be a liberal mega donor is trying to prevent Trump from getting reelected with this rape story. And that could be true, but I don't know. I don't know who to believe, to be honest with you, because there's no evidence. There's no evidence. The evidence is gone. The evidence is long gone, if there were any evidence. And because the evidence is long gone, and there's a dearth of evidence, and she didn't even scream. She didn't scream when it happened. She was quiet. And that happened to me too. I was sexually assaulted and didn't scream, because I went right to the police afterwards, and the police officer watched the footage from the incident and said that he never touched you. You were a liar, and it was because it was a stopgap motion film, and I didn't scream. She expected me to scream. The police officer expected me to scream. Women don't always scream when they're raped. They should, I guess, scream, but they don't always scream. So, it's a sad, sad story. And to be honest with you, I don't know who to believe, but the woman's got no evidence. And because she's being funded by a liberal mega donor, that makes me suspicious that it may be politically motivated. And because it may be politically motivated, Trump is innocent until proven guilty, right? We have innocent until proven guilty in this country. But there is one thing that makes me doubt that Trump is telling the truth. And that is when he said, grab her by the pussy. It's so sick. He's got such a sick mind. And that makes her story more believable. Her story is more believable because Trump said, grab her by the blank. And, it's so sick. He's such a sick man. And there's been women who are supporters of Trump who told him that he could grab them by the blank and they wouldn't mind. They wouldn't mind him grabbing them by the blank. And so, I just said it right. I said it out loud, but it's so dirty. Such a dirty word. And then so the whole case is got a shadow over it because of the political dimension of it. The political dimension of it is that maybe they're trying to prevent Trump from getting reelected, and that it's down dirty politics is motivating this. And so we don't know, but it's because of she was given courage by a new law in New York that allows people to go after their alleged rapist years after the fact. And I think that's a good law. I think it's a good law, and that rape victims should be able to go after their rapist years after the fact. They had a law like that where I'm from, would be better for me because of I've been sexually assaulted, and my father raped me when I was a child. He sexually molested me every single weekend, every Saturday. Every Saturday he would molest me. So don't think that rape doesn't happen, because it does. And we should believe the victims whenever we can. But when there's no evidence, we can't throw in innocent man into jail just because of a story. Okay? Story is not enough. There has to be evidence. And you have to make sure you get that evidence as soon as the incident occurs. As soon as the assault or the rape occurs, you have to get evidence. You have to get evidence. And I think screaming is a good idea. You should scream. You should scream because nobody's going to know it happened unless you scream. And they'll just dismiss your case if you don't scream. That happened to me. The police officer that was involved was a woman, female officer. She was very angry at me that I didn't scream. She said, "He never touched you. That's a lie." And yet there was evidence on the tape that they showed where they caught him red-handed putting his hand on my breast, and it was stopgap motion, but he was caught putting his hand on my breast, and she didn't see that. She didn't see that when she saw the evidence. She ignored that. She ignored the rustling sounds that were made because I was fighting him off. So it could have happened. It could have happened, but we can't say for certain it happened. And they can't do anything to Trump just because of a he said, she said story. He said he was never there, it never happened. She said he was there and it happened. So it's his story versus her story. And can't prosecute a man or even sue a man just based on a story. There has to be some sort of evidence. And because she doesn't even know the year it happened or the date that it occurred, now I've kind of forgotten myself when when the year or date that this occurred to me. So I wrote it in my journal. I wrote it in my journal, but I lost the journal. I have it somewhere. I just don't know exactly where. And so this is a serious situation, and I think that they're not going to do anything to Trump. I don't think they're going to do anything to Trump because of it was because she could have made it up. She could have made it up, and it would be easy to make up a story like this if they wanted to prevent Trump from getting reelected. And so because of that, I don't know. I don't know who's telling the truth or who's lying, or even if anybody is lying. I don't know. And so because of that, I can't hold it against Trump. I can hold Trump's words against him. I can hold that against him, but I can't say for certain that he ever committed rape because there's no evidence in this case. So that's it. Hope you all have a great week. And the heat is on Trump right now. They're bringing every avenue toward prison to bear on Trump right now. They really want to get him locked up so that he can't run. And that's not fair to the Trump supporters. And, oh yeah, Tucker Carlson has parted ways with Fox News. And I think we're going to miss him. I think we're going to miss Tucker Carlson because when no one else would, he told it like it was. And he didn't hold back. He never held back, and he always told it like it was. So we're gonna miss you, Tucker. And Trump. I think Fox News has made Fox News has made a big error in getting rid of Tucker Carlson because um, their stock dropped millions of dollars overnight when they got rid of Tucker. And it's going to hurt their business more than it's going to help them. They still blame him because of that defamation lawsuit, with Dominion. The defamation lawsuit with Dominion, that's why they got rid of Tucker. And was because it cost them so much money. It cost them millions of dollars. Oh my gosh. All the money that it cost them. And so Tucker Carlson, so long, we'll miss you. And maybe you can come back in another venue. Maybe there's some private news corporation that would take you on, like Sky News or somebody like that. You shouldn't go softly into that good night. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. That's a poem. I don't know who wrote it. So Tucker Carlson is gone from Fox News, possibly for good, and Trump is in trouble again. And it's because his politics is so controversial. I'm really thinking that's what's behind it, but I don't know for certain. She could well be telling the truth, but I don't know for certain. I'm Sarah Jane Alpha signing off. Have a terrific week and take care, guys.